Welcome back everyone, I'm Ray and today we are going to continue some more Remembrance vessels. Yeah, I chose to do that. I don't know if it's confusing or not. I hope that I'm kind of marking it in a good way, like you can see what happens when you open the video. we'll see about that. Today I think we have some more Sakura, and after that I want to do Sue. So I'm excited for that, and I have no idea if we can even do more Sakura or how much more we can do, but we're gonna try. So get comfy and let's get started.
一つ何時に聞いてもいいかわからぬ質問があるのじゃが。
聞いてみてくれないとわからないわ。
Yeah.
承知した。嫌なら答えなくてもよい。
Okay,
今の
I'm
時代の
curious.
人々は律者をどう思っておるのじゃ。
That's actually such a good question. Actually, I want to ask every single one flame chaser. Was that a correct sentence? It didn't sound like it. I want to ask every single flame chaser how they feel about today's view of Herrschers and how they feel about Herrschers. I'm just so curious for their answers, even though most of them probably will be hate.
一言では言い表せないわね。多くの人々にとって律者は一種の災害。
Yeah, that's true.
人類にとって最も恐ろしい敵よ。
Even though, is that really still the thing? Because okay, World Serpent we'll take out of the equation, but EA has multiple Herrschers on their side. They don't see Herrschers as the worst anymore, right? I mean, actually we haven't really converted any other Herrschers to our side though, unless, I mean, only the people that were on our side originally. Okay, it's complicated was the right answer. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have tried to.
でも必ずしも律者が人類の敵になるかどうか。私はそんなことはないと思ってるわ。
But wouldn't that kind of still be true? Like, that they are natural enemies of humanity because they come from Honkai. And Honkai is the enemy, right? Oh, I'm interested about May's worldview.
ほう。
律者になることに関して私には選択する余地がなかった。でもこの力をどう使うかは自分で決められる。
But not every Herrscher can choose, right? I mean, that's the thing, right? Not everyone is that strong that they can choose how to use the power. So isn't May very special in that regard, and that's why she maybe has this view? Wouldn't she want to try and convert any new Herrschers into a human Herrscher then? I don't know. This is so interesting.
汝の他に同じようなことをした人はおるのか？
Not like that, right? Just similarly, I think. Actually, no. Doesn't Kiana right now? Isn't she like May? Ever since she kind of defeated the evil part. That wasn't totally
でも
evil.
簡単なことじゃないわ。あの意志と対抗するために彼女たちは全力を尽くしたし、
That's very true.
大きな代価を支払うこともあった。
Yeah.
そうか。それは驚いたの。
It is.
実を言うと、わらわも律者は人類の敵とは限らぬと思ったことがある。
Oh my god. I can't believe that every time we talk to Sakura, I forget that her sister turned into a Herrscher. So of course she's more on the side of maybe. You know, maybe. Ah, she even died that time. Oh no, I just remembered. I always remember myself of those things. That's... Damn it.
律者に対する考えはあなたたちの間でもだいぶ違うみたいね。
That,
ケビンに
yeah.
この話をしたことがあるけど、彼は
ケビン、わらわが自分の記憶体を残す前に、彼はすでに5体の律者の殲滅に参加した。
At least 5 Herrschers. But... Okay, I'm thinking about when her sim was created. So she's saying before my sim was created, he had at least neutralized 5 Herrschers. But there were like at least Was it 14? I don't even remember the number. I completely don't know. But doesn't that mean that the sim was created pretty early on? Or was it because the next one here is her sister and thus she died then, so her sim was created before? How can that... Everything is a question here. Every little thing.
なるほど。道理で彼はああなのね。たとえ彼でも生半可な決心ではそんなことできなかったでしょうね。崩壊に勝つため、律者は消滅すべきと。ここにいる人たちの多くはそういう信念を持ってここまでやってきた。
The thing is, isn't that technically true? Like, even though Mei is completely in control, her powers are from Honkai energy, right? So, to defeat Honkai, to completely get everything Honkai out of this world, wouldn't they also need to... I don't know. I'm definitely overthinking here. We are not even 10 minutes and I'm already overthinking. This will be alright.
じゃあ、彼らはどうして律者である私に手を貸すことにしたのかしら?
I mean, probably because they believe in whoever is sending her here will do the right thing and they know what they're doing. Something like that. I think. Maybe? Oh my god. Oh my god. I have no idea in which direction we are going here. So, oh god. Oh no, I just remembered how sad all of this was and that she was an assassin and everything. I just remembered. It's been a while. The good thing is I just have to see the names here and I'm already remembering. Okay. Woes. That's right, Sakura. You're one of the last 13 mantises, which is exactly why I'm seeing you today. The last 13? I don't know. I'm definitely overthinking here. In order to defeat the 11th Herrscher, humanity paid a heavy price. The 11th was the Herrscher of binding. Probably not. I'm not. I definitely have to look it up. Because I think by now I should know most of the order. I just can't remember. We can no longer afford to be too picky in who we select. Oh! So, okay, so the mantises or the flame chasers maybe were created when there were only a few mantises, 13, or something like that left. Moreover, given the current state of affairs, Honkai is also evolving in response to our measures. It's hard to say whether mantises will be as effective against the succeeding Herrschers. Yeah, isn't the answer kind of the final Herrscher is too strong? Also, is the final Herrscher, like, literally, did the Honkai tell them that's the final Herrscher? Or is it just the final Herrscher that humanity ever fought? Like, what if there's more after that? I'm overthinking again. I have to go slower. My brain is not keeping up. Okay, in that case, Dr. Mei, is our establishment still necessary? Oh, also interesting that we finally read more from Mei. Don't underestimate yourself, Sakura. You're still the most valuable fighting force of the moth. Oh. There are plenty of situations only mantises can handle. And it wasn't my idea to assemble you into a separate squad. But I thought her proposal was worth a try. It's all Elysia. It's all... The more I see her kind of deciding what happens, the less I trust her. She's so sus. She has definitely her own agenda and I have no idea what it is. Whose proposal? It was me, of course. The door opened and closed as Elysia stepped into the room. Thanks for the confirmation. Is there anyone other than me who actually cares about the fate of us mantises? What do you think, Sakura? Elysia. If I remember correctly, you should be tracking the abnormal concentration of Honkai energy 3,000 kilometers away. Gee, Sakura, I didn't know you were so interested in me. You're making me blush. But that stuff is unimportant compared to this proposal that might finally unite us. How about it, Sakura? You opting in? Sorry, I'm used to... Wait, don't turn me down just yet. So, Elysia. She leaned close to Sakura's ear, her cheery voice turning to a stream of whispers. Sakura, the situation is urgent, so I won't repeat what I say next. You must put on a poker face and don't show any surprise. There is a reason I traveled those 3,000 kilometers. The source of the Honkai energy is the next Herrscher, but she wasn't there. Currently, only I know the truth of this matter, so we still have a chance. The next Herrscher. She's your sister. Oh, fuck! Wait, you're telling me that Sakura wasn't even a flame chaser when her sister turned out that she could be the next Herrscher, and she just became a flame chaser, and then she died? I know it's weird, but I thought the flame chasers were kind of like around for longer. But that means she wasn't even very long in the flame chasers. Wait, is she? Yeah, no, if the flame chasers only started to exist here, and she dies right when the next Herrscher appears, doesn't that mean that she's the first flame chaser to die? Oh, that's so sad. Her story is so sad because it's always kind of like on the sidelines. It's just, yeah, it's just the start of the flame chasers, you know. She's the first to die. She isn't even longer in there or whatever. I mean, unless someone else dies first, but if they don't even exist yet here, then I'm not quite sure how that would work, so great! Sakura showed no signs of astonishment. She did not even react to those words. She was only able to nod her head numbly to keep the conversation going. She sat there in a daze, her mind at once frantic and totally paralyzed, until a voice pulled her back to reality. 13 is such an unlucky number. We're all going to end up dead, aren't we? She jerked her head up to see who spoke, but there was no one there. What? What? Wait a second. The ending. Do I have to take that literally? Or is it more herself, like her own voice, saying that? And thus choosing to join them, but also seeing that they will. And it's true, they all ended up dead. Not all ended up dead, but most of them ended up dead. That's so sad. True, why did Elysia choose 13? That's such a... I'm sure in some cultures or anything, maybe number 13 is a lucky number. But I don't really think Elysia chooses because of that. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. We need to continue. Please work. It works! Yes!
メイドの今の時代にこういう花はまだ存在しておるのか?
I love... They look like there's blood on them. Other than that, they look cute. In Sakura's hand, Mei saw a withering sakura blossom, spotted with scarlet splashes. Oh no, is it really? Please don't tell me that this is from the scene where we saw Sakura dead after fighting her sister. That's not the scene, right? Because I know in the scene we saw... I don't remember where, but I think we saw Sakura blossom. No, right? They wouldn't do that. They totally would.
ええ、少し形が違うけれど、これも桜の花よね。昔、自宅の庭に大きな桜の木があったわ。
Aw, I want.
桜が咲く季節になると、お父様と一緒に庭に座って、
Oh, that's...
お茶を飲みながらお花見をしてた。
That's such a nice image. Ooh.
その後、お父様はいなくなって、世話をする人もいなかったからか、あの桜の木はいつの間にか枯れてしまったけど。
Every time she mentions her father, I'm like, he's fine, right? But I think the last thing we heard was that he stayed... Yeah! Oh my god! Thank goodness, I just remembered. In chapter 26, I think, we learned that he stays in the Salt Lake base, right? So that means he's fine, but we haven't seen him. Okay, but that's a good thing to know, to remember.
そう、それは残念じゃ。実はわらわも長いこと桜の花を目にしておらぬのじゃ。最後に目にしたのは
Wait, really?
天号と一緒に任務へ行く途中のことじゃった。
Ooh, with Kalpas.
あの頃わらわたちは約束の律者に勝ったが、あんな悲惨な勝利を前に
Huh.
花見する気分にはならなかった。
We really only get bits and pieces of what happened with the Hasha of Binding. It's so infuriating. They are always like, oh, here's a little bit of information. Go on. Put the puzzle together yourself. I think I could know more, but I think I just didn't understood some things that had happened or that they told us about, especially with Fuha. But still, what exactly happened there? And wait, if this was the last... No, it was just the last time she saw Sakura blossoms. I shouldn't overthink this one.
実を言うと、この桜の花もエデンからもらったものじゃ。
Oh, that's
血に
sweet.
染まった桜。
I mean,
エデンらしくないわ。
yeah, I mean, except the blood, but I mean, it probably... I can't help but think it's from this one theme, this one picture. I mean, this one picture we ever saw from P.E. Sakura, actually. I think it's the only time that we saw her, other than here, obviously.
彼女はどこかで過去のわらわの癖を知ったのやもしれ
The
ぬ。
old habit of putting flowers to the dead. Did she put the flower? Did Eden put a sakura blossom to her dead body?
花にある血はわらわにとって特別な意味があると彼女に言われた。
Oh,
じゃが詳しく聞こうとしたら今度は何も教えてく
that's
れな
even
かっ
more interesting.
過去の癖。忘れな草のことかしら。
Yeah. Honestly, it's interesting. Mei knows what we know, right? Mei knows the notes that we unlock. So Mei knows that Sakura was an assassin, but she has never mentioned that once.
た。ああ、その後それを自分の象徴にすることはあまりないが、わらわがしたことは昔と何の変わりもない。
mm.
さくら、あなたが毒用を、いいえ、あなたが火を追う蛾の中で担っていた仕事は、私が考えてるものと同じ。
Okay, maybe she doesn't read the unlocked files. Yeah, you're right. Sakura? It's
わら
okay.
わに他の選択肢はなかったのじゃ。
It's okay.
これはわらわと火を追うが、それからメイ博士との取引。
Yeah.
そうでなければ、わらわは守りたい相手を守れぬのじゃ。
So, is it right that she wasn't an assassin before she tried to attack Kevin? Or Kevin and May? Or was she already in Math then? And she wanted to end it and protect her sisters, and thus she tried to kill them. Maybe that's more it. But to be fair, they are very vague in whatever they are saying. Okay. Oh my god, yes, but also no. Honestly, I believe... I kind of want to take a look at the picture, I mean, but... I can imagine that it's closed, or maybe Rin's blood, which would be... I don't want to think about it. Nope, we are going to read No Savior. Oh no, this is going to be sad too. 94, 95, 96. Good. Not one missing. After confirming that no one was hurt by the collapse of the building, Sakura heaved a sigh of relief. Exhausted, she let herself fall to the ground from roughly 4 stories up. As she lay there, she saw a small patch of sky, gently illuminated by the sunset's afterglow. Wait, did she just jump out of what? The forest had been flattened, the river ran dry, and in the end times, only the sky remained beautiful. The faces of children popped into her field of vision briefly. Though they had just escaped death, groups of them were bold and curious enough to come study the girl lying on the ground. However, most of them could only stand there for a few seconds before yanked away. Sakura sat up, feeling a little uneasy. Looking around, she discovered that she alone was lying in the light of a pale golden sunset, while those she had just rescued were cowering in the shadows of the ruins, children held tightly in their arms. They looked at the girl with the horror of seeing a Honkai beast. Why? The girl sheathed her blade and walked towards the survivors in an attempt to point them in the direction of the nearest shelter. When she took the first step, the survivors looked at her suspiciously. When she took the second step, their expression turned to disgust. When she took the third step, hatred showed in their eyes. So she stopped, as their countenance had finally turned to hostility. Why? "Mommy, her ears are—" The child's mouth was immediately covered. "She's a monster." The voice was soft and light, but her ears could pick up the slightest sound. The girl looked at those in front of her, and then at the path that would lead her out of there. It would take no more than 10 steps to reach either. But why did her legs feel so heavy? So heavy that she could go nowhere. I feel so sad. No. Ugh. I mean, to be fair, those people probably either don't even know Honkai or whatever, so seeing someone with literal bunny ears, like a human, but you would think it's weird, but she just saved them, so that's just, it's just cruel. I get it though, because they're afraid, but also it's just, for her, it's too much. That was in the past. To protect humanity and her own pride, the hero who had been alienated now rested beneath the burnt earth without a tombstone of her own. We had to skip to that point? A violet crystalline flower had broken through the soil to bloom innocently by itself in these dead lands. 2 mourners stood there side by side. He was silent, as usual. She, uncharacteristically, said nothing. The 2 leaders... After a long while, their voices could be heard amid the howling wind and sand. "Kevin, I recalled something that happened a very long time ago. The 13 of us never did get together in the end. We will return to this place one day. Maybe tomorrow you and I will lie underneath this ground." No. The man pulled out a greatsword that had been thrust into the ground and walked away. Where he had just been standing, his cold urge to kill had left an enduring mark. No matter the cost, humanity shall defeat the Honkai. Ah! Oh my god! Okay, I'm tearing up. I can't. Like, this is legit so tragic. And they said it themselves. The 13 never did get together in the end. So it was really when they were just assembled, when they were started to assemble or whatever. But they still, oh my god. The thing is, I love that we see Kevin and Sakura, not Kevin and Sakura, Kevin and Elysia care. I mean, Elysia, we don't really see a lot, but Kevin, we see that he cares. Because this just made his resolve even stronger. He doesn't want to lose more. He will defeat Honkai. That's just strengthening his resolve. Oh my god. And it's even more sad because I think we also saw Kevin right after Sakura died talking with Hua, and we saw him in his most vulnerable, kind of. I love that, but I hate that Sakura had to die for this. And it's even more sad because that means most of the Flame Chasers might not even know Sakura or not know her well, which is so sad because I really thought the Flame Chasers were just this group. They knew each other, they all did stuff together. It was a long time. I didn't think it would turn out like this, but it's kind of more realistic and even more sad. I love the writing so much, but it hurts so bad. Can we do more? Wait, really? I'm surprised. Yeah.
どうして急にそんなことを聞くのかしら？
ただ、汝の顔に懐かしい表情を見たからじゃ。
Can I hack Sakura for a second? I think at the end of all the Remembrance vessels, I just want to hug everyone. Yes, probably even Möbius. No, actually not probably. I want to hug her. I will just before that tell her that I will do no experiments, but I still will hug her. Yeah, yeah, I think she accepts boundaries. I think so. Maybe. Maybe not.
メイドの終末前夜の人類がどのような姿をしているのか想像できるじゃろうか。任務のためわらわは彼らの中のさまざまなタイプのものと接したことがある。組織の一掃、悪人の追跡、そういったことは全て経験しておる。それどころか任務の大半をそれらが占めていた時期すらあった。もう必要がなくなるまで火を追う側は常に秩序を保っておった。少なくとも表面上の秩序はな。
Okay, so that explains more.
あなたが私の顔に見た
That explains more about
懐かしい
her
表情
job.
というのは
They tried to keep everyone in order. I mean, I don't know if it worked or not, but like, it makes more sense now. But yeah, what familiar look? Huh.
まず質問に答えてくれぬか、
Okay.
メイドの。
Okay.
汝の認識では終末に直面した普通の人間はどんな様子を見せると思う？
I have no idea.
絶望し不安でいたたまれなくなっていると思うじゃろうか。
Probably everything. From panicked to angry, everything, I think.
常識で考えればそうでしょうね。
Yeah.
だが実際はそうではないのじゃ。見たところでは人間は
Huh.
わらわたちが想像しているよりもずっと
That's actually kind of cool.
どんなに普通のものであろうとどんなに弱いものであろうと絶望的な状況に直面した者たちのほとんどが浮かべていた表情は決死の覚悟なのじゃ。信じられぬか。未来が絶たれ絶望し残酷な運命を前にしても簡単に屈しようとはしなかった。
It's actually kind of beautiful. It's still sad and tragic, but something about that is also beautiful.
わらわがそのような表情を初めて見たのは記憶が確かであれば保護という名目で孤児を集めておきながら
Oh.
裏で崩壊体制実験をしている集団を追っていた時じゃ。
I mean, of course
わ
they
ら
did
わ
that
が
too.
影から彼らの拠点を覗いていた時鋭い顔つきをした子供がそのような表情を見せながら配られた食べ物を受け取っておった。
Mhm.
生きようとする意志が実に強かった。その場所が危険だと知っておっても餓死せぬためにとどまることを選択した。そのような意志から彼は何があっても生き延びる方法を見つけ出せるはずじゃと信じていた。
Somehow Sakura seems closer to, I don't know, I don't want to say common people, but when I mean common people in this way, I mean people that are not actively knowing what Honkai is and not actively fighting against it, but just have to kind of live with the repercussions of it. Because I'm sure there were still a lot of people who didn't even know until the last day they lived. So Sakura just seems closer to those people, like she can understand that more. And it makes so much more sense now because we now know that she kind of spent the least time with other flame chasers. At least that's what I'm picking up here. If I'm completely wrong, I'm sorry, but that's just what I get here.
その後は
その後はない。その晩彼の人生は手術台の上で幕を閉じた。ただの日常的な実験によってな。
It just, I think what really gets me here is the contrast. She just said that humanity was tougher, right? Was stronger, was more resilient than we might even think. And that's a beautiful thought, but this is also the other side of it, the ugly truth that this is also part of it, and
それって今あなたが話していたこととは
That's what I mean, the
正反
contrast.
対のように思えるけど
それこそがわらわの伝えたいことだからじゃ。
That's actually interesting. Thank you.
決死の覚悟は確かに効果的ではあるが、
Mhm.
非常に危険なのじゃ。相手が誰なのかは知らぬが、汝もそのような表情を見せておる。
Okay,
だから、やはり気をつけた方がよい。
I will try to keep that in
覚え
mind.
ておくわ
May! That was my sentence. Don't steal it from me. Okay, what do we have here? Oh my god, I'm a little worried. Rumor. Cocoon. Hello again. Yes, those members of the Cocoon, they were indeed killed by Kalpas. But things are not what they seem. At that time, there were enough mantises to form an army, thus depriving the Cocoon of their sole reason for existence. Dismissal naturally ensued. Elvin, you don't sound like yourself today. I wonder if we will ever meet Elvin like in a visual form. I don't think we ever have. Huh. And he was close to Kalpas, right? Huh, wait, that's interesting. Huh? Fushi, you should know the answer. Take a good look around you. Wait, what? Lights played out. The two watched darkness retreat from this memory-ridden place on a red sofa. But the result was disappointing. They found themselves in nothing more than an ordinary lounge. Admittedly, some photos on the wall still struck a chord with them, reminding them of the time spent here. For some, those memories may even be their own sustenance in this revolting wasteland, but by then they had all faded and became meaningless remains. Can you remember, Fushi? In the past, this place was crowded every night. Everyone came here to drink, played cards, gossip, doing nothing else. And it was where I became the most well-informed member of the Moths. But after this battle against the 11th Herrscher, how many of them will come back alive? Is this during the battle? Because after this battle, how many of them will come back alive? So is it right before? Ah, I'm so curious though, because Elvin always seems pretty important in everything we read about them. And he's always with someone important. And I mean important in the sense of main character, we know them. So I'm just wondering if Elvin has another role here, or if it's literally just like someone else that we can relate to. I don't know. But right, I just remembered Elvin kind of had this tragic end too. No, I don't want to remember. Nope, nope, nope. I'm noping out. There won't be any more rumors, Fushi. There are fewer and fewer things worth talking about. Those who would ask you for rumors are gone too. So, don't ask me anything of the past. No, this is important, Elvin. The number of soldiers surviving this battle might depend on what you say today. What? Tell me, Elvin. Those who weren't wiped out along with the Cocoon, can they be trusted? That infighting involving Kalpas, you were there and you saw it, didn't you, Elvin? Don't deny it. I've read your testimony after that incident. That incident was what truly disbanded the Cocoon, right? What? I need to know more. Okay, so first I wanted to know more about flame chasers. Now I need to know more about Cocoon. No, Fushi. That incident did happen after the organization ordered the dissolution of the Cocoon. Kalpas wasn't involved at all either. At least not as an executioner. To him, it was probably more akin to a suppression. And the trial that followed was merely an act. You ought to know that basically every member of the Cocoon had been imprisoned for a felony once. Oh, that's actually interesting. The missions they carried out were horrible, but they were also an escape from serving sentences. Huh. Wait, that's actually interesting. It's no surprise that after the order was issued, the fear of returning to confinement drove the felons to the edge. A few instigated the rest for their own gains, and a terrible riot broke out inside the Cocoon. That's why the organization sent Sakura to clean it up. Wait, was this the one scene we saw from Sakura where she met Kalpas? No, wait, the 11th? I don't remember. No, the Hash of Binding happened before Sakura's sister turned into it? Yeah. No. This should still add up. Okay. So is this Sakura to clean up? Yeah. No, we definitely I know I'm jumping from one thought to another. This is the one recollection we had where Sakura went there to clean up. I think she literally used those words to clean up. And there she also met Kalpas and was like, he doesn't look human or whatever, or he doesn't feel human. But was that really the first time they met? And does that mean that Kalpas was just also one member of Cocoon who could have either served sentences in prison or whatever? Not really prison, but like they talked about imprisoned. So could he either serve sentences or do the job for Cocoon? So, and there he kind of killed them because they were having a riot, something like that? Is that at least the right timeline? I don't know. I knew it from the beginning. Trying to unite a bunch of murderers is delusional. It really sounds a little odd. I wonder whose idea that was. Huh, wait, you just said the cleaner they sent was Sakura. Impossible. Shouldn't it be Kalpas? Well, alright, this really is the last time. Again, this is just a rumor, so you must keep it to yourself. So Elvin had all of the news. Every news. Oh my god, I kind of love Elvin. No, I don't want that. Don't make me like him. I know he's dying. Actually, I don't. The last thing we heard, I think, was that he broke out of the cell and there was, I don't know, a whole of chaos or so. I don't quite remember. So you must keep it to yourself. Elvin's eyes instantly lit up. He seemed to revert to the Elvin he was. Oh, the cleanup job was supposedly Sakura's. But shortly before the dissolution happened, she was suddenly diverted to a top-secret mission. You should also remember, she hadn't appeared in the base for a long time, right? It is the case. So, Fushi, why did you come to ask me about these things? Why did you tell me the number of soldiers surviving this battle depends on what I say? That's also my question. Didn't I tell you why already? I just wanted to confirm whether the last Cocoon members are trustworthy. That's all. To be honest, I don't want anything to do with them, but it can't be helped. Dr. Möbius, she asked me to release a prisoner for her. Kalpas, right? Right? I'm not sure. There is just way too much going on. I love every second of it. Okay, can we do the next one though, or not? No. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. I'm surprised that we got this far. It is freaking cool. I love that. I don't feel like we've learned the most about Sakura, but also I think we learned kind of enough to understand her more. So, yeah, let's let's go to my dear Suha, because we actually haven't really talked to him much. So, I'm curious, and I hope you guys are too, because there's so much going on. He's always so kind. Today we just have kind people. I mean, Sakura also spits the cruel facts, but so does Sue, but they are still both very kind.
あなたは他の人と違って欲望がないみたい。
May can sense desires? Since when? What?
執念も希望も欲の一つだよ。心に望むものがなければ、僕はこの古の楽園に存在することもない。
Again, we're talking to him and I'm like, where are you right now? With what kind of entity are you talking while everything is happening?
じゃあ、あなたの望みは何なの？
崩壊のない世界。
Yeah.
ここの人たちと同じさ。
And still, it's so different, like how he says it, while Kevin is so full of... I don't even want to say he's full of hatred, but I think he's full of regret. Regret that so many people died and he couldn't save them. I think that's kind of also part of it. But Sue is just so different.
そう。でもあなたは外の世界を少しも気にしてないみたい。
君がもう教えてくれたからさ。
どういうこと？
ここに答えを求めに来る人がいるということは、先行者の計画はもう失敗に終わったということなんだ。
Oh, that is true. Oh no. I mean, Kevin is still doing something, but that's not a good idea that he does. Sue, wait. Can't we ask Sue more about Project Stigma and what Kevin wants to do so that we could either, like, stop him more? Or kind of put him on a different track? Maybe maybe May had a different plan that she didn't. Dr. May. Maybe Dr. May had a different plan that she didn't tell anyone, and maybe we can find it here. I don't know if that's realistic, but I just don't know how we could get Kevin to deviate from his plans, because so far we know he will not change his mind. And I think Dr. May could be the only one to get through to him, so I'm not sure.
大丈夫。君の来訪は地上の火種に炎が灯されたことを証明しているのだから。
On the
い
journey.
つか
What?
この時代の人々も歩むべき道を理解するはずだ。
On which journey? Because journey makes me think of Project Arc, which I still haven't heard anything more about it. Just that the connection was lost or something.
でもあなたたちが導いた方向に進むとは限らないわ。
それも幾千万とある選択の中の一つ。君たちがした選択だ。
And I think the thing is, the biggest difference is Sue believes in humanity, while Kevin believes in May. I think that's kind of a difference here. Oh, that's so
人類の英
fascinating.
知はちゃんと受け継がれていると僕は信じている。君たちが先人より遠くへ行けることを願っているよ。
Yeah, I mean, we all hope so, but also this game would just not work the way it would, right? If we can't fight the Honkai. Actually, I don't know. It. Okay, please no horror story, please. Observer 27 is ready. When the observation hub is activated, I will release the cognition cage and attempt to enter its dreamscape and locate it. Okay, what is it? Will we get answers? The observation hub will pull my consciousness back before mimetic pollution can set in. Professor? Sue looked at the one-armed man outside the refining cabin. This is the one that we saw, like, for Durandal it was Otto, but for him it's someone very close to Sue. The one who dies. I don't want to. Wait, this is not that moment, right? No, this could be it though, because it was about a Herrscher, right? Sue looked at the one-armed man outside the refining cabin, somewhat troubled. This was his teacher, and also the founder of the 5th Science Department and a veteran scientist of this organization. I'm glad that we get to know him finally. The one-armed man with countless titles under his belt lowered his head and swirled the wine canteen in his hand, self-derision and sorrow plain on his face. Oh my god, this seems so familiar just because we've seen those motions and everything, so... Having not Otto here, I mean not Otto's face instead of this person, is just so good. I really am becoming more of a fool the older I get. Can't believe I let Mobius turn my own student into a mantis. And now I'm sending him straight into hell with my own hands. Sue, if you do come back, I'll treat you to a drink. No, I think this really is the moment. Because the professor will die after this, right? Actually, I still can't believe how everything here happened. Sue turning into a mantis is for me so surprising because I just can't grasp his character. Like, I don't see how he would agree, but also I see him agreeing, you know? I'm so confused on that. Professor, I chose this myself. Sue did his best to make a relaxed expression before waving a hand at his teacher and sending his consciousness diving into the depths. In this dream world, Sue cut through illusions, broke free from bonds, and at last he found it. It is the moment. I'm going crazy. The writing. No, I don't know. I don't want to continue reading. I already saw what's happening. I don't want to. Can I stop here? I can't. I shouldn't. Okay. Okay, we can get through this again. But when he opened his eyes again, he was greeted by a blood-stained canteen and the frozen ground. An unexpected betrayal and attack had fatally wounded the one-armed man. But this obstinate gentleman still had enough strength at his life's ebbing to reactivate the observation hub. It was thanks to this that Sue had been able to return to the present, and the moth could now locate and capture it. In the present, now free from mimetic pollution, the moth could at last call it by its proper name, the eighth Herrscher. But that person would never see all this. Gosh, I'm choking. Sue sat paralyzed on the ground, looking at the now cold wine canteen in his hand. He recalled the days and nights he had spent looking for a cure for those afflicted with Honkai infection. He recalled his joy when his teacher invited him to join the moths and research the Honkai infection together. I literally can't. But Sue, at last, realized that this was an incurable disease, for Honkai would never vanish. Honkai, the Herrschers, once such foreign terms, now they were devouring scourge of this era's civilization. Drinking isn't a particularly healthy habit. A familiar voice rang out, and the canteen was plucked from his hands. I think I even remember this scene. Sue raised his head, and he beheld a cold expression that he had never before seen on his old friend's face. We haven't much time to be depressed. They will continue to appear and threaten our civilization. Kevin. Sue. May hopes that you can replace Professor Spires as the head of the 5th Science Department and head to Moth headquarters to continue your previous research. It's actually freaking cruel that they are doing this minutes after he died. Like, I don't blame Kevin here right now. Actually, no, I blame Kevin more than May, because I don't know how much May knows Sue and everything. So I guess it's just in character for May. And I guess it's also in character for Kevin, but Kevin and Sue are friends. At least hug him. One hug, come on. I am going to replace my teacher. If you don't want his sacrifice to be in vain, stand up and continue the fight. Humanity will defeat the Honkai, no matter what the cost might be. But yeah, it's actually, this fits more. Every time someone dies, every time Kevin is there when someone dies, or it's someone close, or someone close to someone close, his resolve only gets stronger. So it is very obvious why he's now this cold and this, I don't even want to say headstrong, but he's just like so stubborn on his path, because this is literally all he cares about. Humanity will defeat the Honkai no matter the cost. It makes sense. Sue opened his eyes wide and looked at his friend, whom he had not seen in 5 years. Oh wow. He wanted to ask questions, but he realized that he already knew the answers. And so, he said nothing in the end. He simply took up that slightly warped wine canteen before following Kevin outside. This is only the start of this is only the start of Sue's recollection. Wait, I can't even talk. Okay. Whew. Are you still with me? I can't do this alone. Definitely not. Okay. Seeing things from Sue's perspective is even more interesting. And also, he hasn't seen Kevin in 5 years, meaning Kevin probably joined. And from that moment on, he hasn't seen Sue. So, the first time Sue sees his old friend is there. This is so crazy. This is literally crazy.
趣味消しの中で一つの葉が落ちることは一つの世界が終わることを意味する。枯葉が落ち、消え、無存の海に溶けて無限法要になる。
This makes me question more now. When did they take his memory? When did they save his memory into this sim? Because he was only observing worlds, or was he observing worlds already before they went to cryosleep or after the cryosleep? I thought it was after, And that makes me think more, what did they know before that? Like, everything here, he observed it, yes. But did he do so before? And if yes, was it before cryosleep that their memories got put into that? Or no, it actually can't be right before cryosleep. It should be when May is still alive, I think. Actually, it's probably different for every single one of them, which makes it just more complicated. But yeah, this is just so fascinating. Can you tell me more about the whole thing about other worlds and stuff?
しかし、この記憶だけの世界では意味が違う。
Oh, wait, what different?
すべての景色が過去のものだからこそ、終末へと向かった世界は消滅の瞬間に停止し、記憶の中で始まりも終わりもない時間を繰り返している。
That's actually such an interesting way to look at it. He's right.
僕にとって、それは終わりのない傾聴、瞑想、それと明記を意味する。命の帝国、死、喜びと悲しみを聞いた。世界の誕生、消失、繰り返すことを考えた。僕たちの善行、悪行、そのすべてを記憶した。
He's so interesting, isn't he? Oh, I love him so much. And it's so pretty. I know that's not what I should say after he just is too wise for his own good, but still. The next one. Oh, please don't be too sad. Please don't be like this. But it's such good writing though. Like, they showed it to us during kind of the Rundle story part. But we also learned about Sue, but only now, for me personally, it clicks. Like, I knew before that it was Sue's story. But having just the names replaced and the real image in my head just changes so much. For me, I don't know if I'm weird or not, but narrow gate. He could not see anything, say anything, do anything. This already scares me. Was this death? Could something like that exist for him? Perhaps no one would believe that before this. Only one voice pierced this dead silence. One he did not wish to answer. Kalpas, can you hear me? Wait, is this from the perspective of Kalpas? Wait, this is exactly what Möbius went through. Oh, so this should be after Möbius did that to him, where it's all about the glistening in his eyes and we don't know what it means, but yeah. I think we just have to agree that everyone here has different view on that. And I'm not saying that I know the truth, it's just my opinion that at least he was questioning if it was the right thing. That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, so Sue was there waking him up and he did not wish to answer. Kalpas, can you hear me? It's me, Sue. Due to the 11th Herrscher's influence, no reconnaissance drones can reach any of you. So I had no choice but to link up with your consciousness without your prior permission. He can what? He can link up with their consciousness or just with his? So actually, no, that's not right after the operation then. It's probably after things happened. Right, because of the 11th Herrscher and they were fighting it, or they are still fighting it, and that's what's going on here, not the operation. Probably. Okay, then forget what I just said. Oh, it seems like the situation is unbelievably dire, considering that even you have been pushed to this point. Yeah, what the heck? What the? His communicator had been lost some time prior. Clearly, this voice was directly speaking into his mind. How can he do that, though? But you must return to the battle. Kevin needs your help. It can only be you. Must be you. I can help you move again, just like I did by accident during that mission. However, I need your consent. Kalpas, lend me your body. What? Oh, something here is so wrong. What the heck? Why? And what do you mean, just like I did by accident? Wait, I think it was mentioned. Something was mentioned when Kalpas and Sue were yeah, he mentioned. Gosh, I'm very smart today again. I just remembered that they said something about Sue and Kalpas, but I don't remember what it was about. I will probably read every recollection multiple times, I guess, but what the heck? This is so weird. Why can he control the body? And also, that doesn't sound good. It doesn't sound good. It sounds like it will be worse for Kalpas. Consent. Did he really have a choice though? After a moment, the masked man would burst through the earth and slaughter all the Honkai beasts in his path. Yet those who knew him well enough would know that he fought differently from usual. At this time, in the light blue sea of his consciousness, a different, thinner man was directing his every move. Such a vast sea of consciousness. Kalpas, you're a more profound person than most people think. Wait, what is that? A narrow door hovered amidst the windless ocean, and the light that shone through its crevices filled the man with an unknowable fear. He has been suppressing himself all this time? He has a different power that he has never used. Why? Now this man was not driven by his curiosity by any means, but this power might yet give them a chance of survival. After pondering for a time, he finally opened that door. This is... But how? What do you mean this is but how? Are they for real? I know for a fact that it will not continue here. I know for a fact that they will not tell us about this either until the last one of Sue or the last one of Kalpas or the last story part, or it's not even out. I don't know. What the heck does that mean? I'm kind of thinking Honkai something. Because of the but how. If I'm trying to think a little bit like Sue. Sue is like, okay, I know what this man went through. I know what he is. I know what kind of operations he had. I know I can control him. I know I'm in his consciousness, whatever. And then something surprises him? It has to be something Honkai. Will of Honkai? That doesn't make any sense. It's something completely different. I don't think I can get close with guessing. Guessing. I think this just fried my brain. Everything in this narrow gate thing. Because I'm... Wait, no. What if... And that's a weird thought. What if there's a bubble universe or some kind of universe inside of him? But that doesn't make any sense, right? Because for Bianca we had it all explained and stuff. But also, wait. Bianca is different from other people, right? At least Otto thinks she's somewhat special. Or she has something. What if Kalpas is similar? But also maybe completely wrong. I'm just, like I said, this just fried my brain. I don't even know what to think now. I just know I need to know more about Kalpas. I love Kalpas even more. But also, what is he? What is going on with him? And did someone do something to him? Or, I don't know, is he an alien? I don't know. Guys, I don't know. And of course, I mean, obviously no spoilers. I will figure it out, hopefully. Have we? Is it possible to figure it out yet? Or is it not even out yet? I don't even know if I want to know that. No. Anyway, guys, I hope I see you guys next time when we probably dive back into the chapter. So, I hope I see you then. Bye!